Hi, thank you for tuning in. In this video, I'll be explaining what this career counseling data science role is all about, and hopefully by the end of the video, you'll be able to understand if this role would suit you or if this role would not suit you. But other than that, I think you'll get a good sense of what is the role of domain knowledge in data science, why you'd require very good domain knowledge to be able to make meaningful use of data and then come up with some predictions which can help the business, right? So hopefully you'll get to know that as well by the end of this video. So let's discuss this career counseling data science, right? So I think when we discuss the technology will only makes sense when you understand the problem that the technology is solving, right? You can understand technology better when you understand the problem that the technology is solving. So what's the problem we're solving here in this particular project? Today, a lot of Indian youth aspire to get into the software industry. Indian parents also want the children to get into the software industry. But both the children and as well as the parents do not have much exposure about how the software industry really works. And there are a lot of new technologies coming in, AI, ML, data science, 3D printing, virtual reality. So there are a lot of new technologies coming in. And these are not exactly very new. They've been around for a while, but the common public is not very aware of these technologies. So a lot of times what happens is parents and students, they choose a certain field, not because, one is passionate about that field, but purely because, probably because there's more compensation, there's a bigger salary package in that field, or because you know somebody who's worked in that field, you have a relative who's worked in that field, and so on. So it's purely anecdotal records which drive why somebody is going into something. Now, when you buy a mobile phone, right, you go through 100 websites, you do your research, you understand if the mobile phone's features suit your usage patterns, and only if they suit your usage patterns, that's when you buy the mobile phone, right? So when there's so much of effort which is put in while buying a mobile phone, a career is bigger than a mobile phone, right? Because a mobile phone can hardly stay with you for 4 years, 5 years. You're really, really good, maybe 6 years, but a career, the choice that you make is probably going to affect you for a long, long time, right? So this is the problem we're trying to solve. We're trying to help students in exploring various paths and finding something that they're passionate about. Now, did I explain the complete problem? I don't think so. Because the complete problem is today, if you have 1.5 crore students who are passing with a BTech degree every year, if you have 15 million, 1.5 crore people are passing every year, only 25 lakh people are getting good software jobs. Only, out of 15 million, only 2.5 million are getting decent technology jobs. 12.5 million are not getting good technology jobs. They're getting into BPO jobs or other jobs which they're not interested in. So why is it that, these 12.5 million people are unable to get proper software jobs? It is because most BTech students in India till 10th class education is pretty rigorous. People are constantly asked to study. There are exams, there's heavy competition and so on. 11th and 12th, probably it's cutthroat competition. Students sort of study. Is that study effective, not effective? Maybe some other day, but they study. And once people come into engineering, it's suddenly a lot of freedom. Freedom which somebody has probably not seen for 12 years of education from first class to 12th class. The person sees that freedom in engineering, and so the students stop studying in engineering. And also a lot of times the teaching is not very inspiring once they come into engineering. So due to hundreds of reasons, students get a lot of distractions. Today, a student gets very distracted in engineering first year. Then when the student stays in this distraction for 3 to 4 years, finally in final year or probably just after graduating, when the student goes and takes some monster course or some online training course, the student struggles to concentrate in the course and learn. Students pay for the courses, but they struggle to learn. So the problem is in BTech first year, people don't show interest. The college also says you're still in first year, don't worry. Parents say you're still in first year, don't worry. Student says, I worked my ass off till my 12th grade. I'm getting freedom. Let me enjoy. I'll focus in fourth year. Until then, let me enjoy. So within this entire space, what is happening is so much of India's talent is going waste. India's talent is going waste. So what we would like to do as a company is reach out to students, counsel them as to why it is important for them to start exploring software, start exploring technology right from first year itself. We'd like to help students explore and get clarity as to where they want to be going. So this is the problem we'd like to solve. Help students in exploring what is a career path they want to get into. So if you are hired as a career counseling data science person, what you do is on a daily basis, you talk to students, you'd find out what their problems are, you'd listen to them about their problems, you'd guide them on how they can start some little projects with Deep Thought and how they could, we don't want to look at Deep Thought as a way of selling courses. We want to look at it as a career counseling approach, because selling courses is not going to work, because maybe till 10th class you sell a course and a student will take that course, fine. But after engineering, people will sign up for courses, nobody will complete the course. The biggest problem in higher ed in India today is people sign up for courses and never complete the course. Most of the people who join this web development courses, 50% of them drop out midway because they're scared of programming and they don't want to do programming again. So we want to approach this problem differently. We want to hire youngsters who are passionate about helping youngsters. So if you enjoy helping students, you enjoy making friends, you enjoy influencing people, then probably we're looking for you, because we want you to talk to students, listen to them, understand what their passion is. If someone is very passionate about pencil sketching or drawing, we can guide them to pursue UI design. Somebody really enjoys emotions and so on, we can talk to them about UX research, about technical program management, about data science, data analytics, business intelligence. There's so many domains within a software company, that at least 20 to 30 roles that people are not even aware of, right? Which have a lot of potential. So in career counseling, we'll sort of tell them what these roles are about and help students, not only sign up to a course in Deep Thought, but explore all these pathways with Deep Thought, so that the students can gain something substantial in Deep Thought. Because in career counseling data science, the problem is straightforward. We have certain courses in Deep Thought. We definitely want to sell those courses, but we don't want to sell it like how everybody sells. We want to rather counsel students. And if the student is getting some value out of it, right? If we feel that we are able to help the students in exploring and finding a meaningful opportunity to, marry their passion with profession, that's when we want them to enroll into a course. So that is why we don't want to build a sales team. We want to rather have a career counseling team, which will listen to students, which will guide students in making the right choices for their career, and then help them in, completing their first industrial project through Deep Thought. That's what, this role is completely about. It's about advising students so that they know what the different paths are in a software setup, so they can explore all of it. And in this process, we'll be collecting a lot of data. Every interaction is source of data. We'll be documenting all this data. And eventually, we want to create a chatbot, because we don't want to do this manually at scale, because getting so many passionate people is very difficult. Rather, it's impossible to get so many passionate people. So you'll be initially doing it manually by talking to students. Then we'll be finding patterns in what we are talking to students. And based on the patterns, we want to, develop a chatbot which can talk to students or look at various data-driven solutions. At the end of the day, of course, we want to get student enrollments. We want to generate revenues for the courses, but we want to do it the right way. We don't want to just cheat students and get that. We want to counsel students and then get them into the courses, so that, because at the end of the day, one of the things we have in our courses, if we are charging an X amount for the course, right? Let's say we're charging 3,000 rupees for the basic course. We would like to give away 1,000 rupees as a prize to the student at the end of the course if the student is completing a project. We would want to ensure that within 1 week of joining the courses, the students are able to create a basic project and launch it. At St. Mary's Engineering College, more than 400 students have actually completed projects. Some newsletters were shared with you. If you can go through those newsletters, you'd see how students were very happy. The parents got excited. One parent said, I have two daughters. One daughter is in 4th year of BTech. Other daughter is in 1st year of BTech in St. Mary's College. The 1st year ka daughter already completed her project, and 4th year ka daughter is yet to start a industrial project. I'm very happy as a father. I hope my elder daughter also gets a chance to do a project, is what the father had said. So in this sense, we would like more and more students to get this opportunity to build a project. And I think it's around the student emotion, right? Today, a lot of people go through mental pressure of getting a job. But what if the students can be like Baba Ranchod Das, right? Where they can see that software is fun, that you don't get into software because there's a lot of money, but you get into software because you get to solve problems and you get to impact lives of people at scale. Because if you're working at Swiggy, you're helping a lot of people eat some good food, eat food that they love at a price that they can afford. You're in Uber, you're helping people travel to different places within a budget that they can afford. So technology is a space where you can impact a lot of people at scale. So here it's fantastic because if you do well in this job, you're going to help a lot of students in making meaningful career choices for themselves. And in this process, you yourself might get very good exposure about how the software industry works. And eventually you might make the right choice for your own career as well. And on a data science front, I think it's a cool problem to solve, right? What kind of data do we collect and how do we use data to make sure these fellows don't get distracted? That's the biggest problem in India today, right? That the youth are getting distracted. They get into non-constructive things. So how do you use psychological data to motivate them in the right way, to discuss the right ideas with them and make sure they uh, use all their energies to build something? Because I feel once a youngster builds one project, right? Once a youngster builds one project, there's no looking back. They get confidence because the world is looking at their project. They'll want to do more and more constructive things. So the only way to get youngsters to use their 4 years of engineering constructively is to help them do a project in first year itself so that their energies are constructive. They get good feedback from people, and with that feedback, they get that self-confidence to keep trying something new. So Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam did huge service to the nation by channelizing the energy of the youth. So if you think doing the same work that Abdul Kalam sir did is important, I think we're looking for you. So go ahead, apply for this role by completing the steps. The link is given in the video description. So complete all the steps, apply to this role. I'd love to work with you and help a lot of Indian youth become successful. India has a potential to start a lot of Silicon Valleys here if we can build that kind of talent. But if Indians see, Americans are passion driven. That is why you get better talent in America. Indians are more money driven. So we'd like Indians also to find that it's not like Americans are Buddhists and they're not interested in money. Americans, of course, are some of the wealthiest companies out there. But the idea is money will follow. Primary thing is passion to create great technology. That's what I think a lot of people say, right? So I think this is a great opportunity for all of us to counsel students, help them get that self-esteem, that self-confidence in themselves, help them find something that they're really passionate about, explore it, keep building stuff, and in that process become very passionate about something. And once you're passionate, you keep getting better and better at it, right? You keep trying and you keep getting better. So I think helping more students find their passion is the greatest social service we can ever do. And the best part is this not just social service. I think the beautiful careers that one can make, because talent tech is a growing space, and there's a lot of money out there for companies which can create talent of engineers, because the world overall has a huge shortage of data scientists, huge shortage of product managers out there. There's so many people who want data science job, product management job, but very few Baba Ranchodas out there, right? More silencers, less Baba Ranchodas. More people are just going in there for the money, less people are going for the passion. So I think it's a huge problem to be solved. And if this problem excites you, do complete the selection process. I'd love to work with you. Thanks a lot for patiently listening to me. Hope this video helped you understand that this role is meant for you. Right? Thank you.